Hi, it's good to see you. I'm glad to be here again. Let me take the noise down a little bit. I'm excited to be here on this wonderful Wednesday, as always, and welcome again to A Few Minutes with Doc. And I'm John Green. I'm pastor here at Bethel, and I truly enjoy being here at Bethel and just being a part of what's going on. And I want to just say that as we are in this transitionary period right now, over and over again, looking at how we're doing as a people and how we're taking care of ourselves, we're safe. Be safe out there. Be extremely safe. And I want to say this to you also. Encourage someone. I think one of the best things for you to do, and for me, it's always a good thing for me because I love encouraging people and letting people know how much I'm totally with them and what it means to me to just encourage them in the Lord and just keep doing what you're doing, because it could be so much more, it could be so much less, and we all get to this point where we're like, what do we do now? What do we do now? I think you just rejoice with those rejoice, and weep with those that weep, as the scripture says. But let's just be excited about that. Last week I spoke to you about advice and who you listen to, and Moses and Jethro, and you heard me talk about how Jethro gave his son-in-law some good counsel, and that counsel was good. But you got to be careful who you listen to. And I got a few messages on that from that particular few minutes I shared with you last week. And let me continue on that, and let me start with this particular scripture. Proverbs 19 and 20. And I welcome all of you that are on. I'm on this new system now to where I see what's going on, and people come online, but I can't see you. And I'm sorry about that. But if you're out there, just know I'm waving at you saying hello, I love you, and so glad that you joined it with me. Proverbs 19 and 20. Listen to advice and accept discipline, and at the end you may be counted among the wise. Now, there's a loaded scripture right there. You know, it's a little short one. Listen to advice. See something? And then, like I said last week, who do you listen to? Who do you take advice from? Accept discipline. Sometimes the advice doesn't come in the best way, and it's not what you want. Because if not what you want, then you're not after advice. You're looking for someone to agree with you. I think if you're looking for a counselor, a godly counselor, make sure that you go in there with the right principle. That I want to hear something that makes me a better me, and so you accept that discipline. At the end, you be counted as wise, because you know what, you don't know everything, and I'm telling you right now, I don't either. And I in my I've been in the ministry now going on since 1989. And really, I started then going back to school, getting things together, getting prepared. God put me through a lot of tests and a lot of trials, and I was able to see a lot of things and be a part of a lot of things. A lot of marriages, a lot of children, and a lot of adolescents, a lot of and sometimes people didn't take anything you said because you don't have enough time in the saddle, if you will. And the scripture says, sometimes listen to those who are mature, more wise, more seasoned, as they use the word, so that you can understand something. So it matters who you talk to about something. Because if you talk to someone who's been married for 3 months and someone who's been married for 40 years, there's a difference in that. They've gone through a lot. They've ridden the horse a little bit more. As they say, this is not my first rodeo. This is my first rodeo, and I'm still in it. And that makes a difference. So I want to give you some thoughts, and this will help you, because every one of us can be a counselor. Every one of us, we can give good godly counsel, good advice, and I think there's some things I think we should do, and that's what I want to talk to you about for these few minutes I have with you. First is, I think the key to any type of good prayer and good counsel, and good is to pray. Is to pray and ask God to give you wisdom. The scripture says, if anyone lacks wisdom, let him ask God. He gives it so freely that you can just have so much of it. So I think you should pray that God, I want to be able to decipher, to understand. I don't want to, if I don't have the answer for them, give me what you want me to say. So I think you need to pray for biblical advice for yourself, so that you'll see what, and then when the person comes to you and they're talking to you, and I did there many times people come into my office, Pastor, you got a minute, Pastor, you got a couple of seconds, I need to talk to you, and you have to intentionally be willing to hear what they're going to say. That's got to be the If you don't have the time to sit and listen, then don't waste their time, because it's not It's not. That's not what you're supposed to do. God didn't call you to that. I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear it, and I just don't want to hear it. I want to listen to it. I want to be able to to grasp it for myself and say, God, what is this saying to me? And from that prayer I have, I want you to answer my prayer and allow me to hear what this person is saying, so I can really talk to them and say, okay, I hear you, and then let me just ponder it, and because they don't want to know what I want to know, what I think, because have you been with God? Have you talked to God about it? Have you done things like that? I'm well known for asking those 3 questions, and everybody knows that here at Bethel. If anyone says anything to you or about you that's not true or that they think is true, ask yourself 3 questions. Is there any truth to it? If it is truth to it, what are you going to do about it? If there's no truth to it, what are you going to do about it? That should settle everything, because you need to be growing no matter what happens, because people have a reason for saying what they say about you. My goal when I speak to people and I talk to people, no matter who they are, where they're from, is to help them. I want to be able to be of help. As a shepherd here in this flock, I want to be able to make sure all my sheep know I'm caring about them, and I really want to hear what they have to say. And here lately, I've had sheep that they didn't go astray, but they departed. They went other places. But I'm still kind of like a quasi shepherd, to where they're calling and they're asking questions and they're going through tough times, and that's what you want to do. You want to keep that connectivity with them, to where you can speak into their lives and you can say things, but you have rapport with them, so you're not going to be so far out there. You're going to be listening to what they're saying. At times, let me tell you, I don't have anything to offer. I know, and I'm hearing something, and it's just hard. Now, this is where advice giving and counseling becomes really crucial. It's because if you don't have anything in your Noah, stay in prayer. If you don't have anything that you need to say, stay in prayer. Ask God to use your lips and use your heart, your mind, to kind of process this thing, so you can help out. Because you can say something, and the consequences of that are so severe that you're saying something what you feel. I think you need to trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. For in all your ways, He'll direct your path. There you go, Proverbs 3:5. It's right there for you. You may need to just trust in the Lord, so that they'll see that trust in you, and they'll know, oh, this is how I'm being led. I want people to trust me in the fact that they know I trust God in what I'm doing. Giving advice and helping people, it's not easy, and sometimes let me just shift over a little bit. Sometimes people don't even receive it, even if it is God-centered, even if it is godly. They don't receive it. They just don't want it, and they'll let you know they don't want it. And don't be alarmed when that happens, because it will happen. Your task, my brother, my sister, just be true. Be true. Speak the truth in love, so that they can hear you. They hear you. And see, when you have that type of wisdom to where they can hear you and they know you, you don't have another option. You don't have another goal in mind. I don't have another modus operandi, as they say. I don't have another imbo. I don't want to impress you, and I don't want to make you feel so great. I want to help you. And if I can help you, this is how I can help you with the wisdom that I have. Speak to that person needing the counsel, so they can hear you. They can feel your heart. They know that you can give them something. Because really, I tell you the truth of the matter is this right here. Everyone can make the decision to take it or leave it, whatever you give them. They don't have to take it. And you want to have it. Now, one of the best blessings I've had was to issue out, if you will, some wisdom, some counsel to a person, and this is not first time, and I said something to them that I felt in my spirit, in what God was giving me, that this is what they should hear. And when I shared that with them, did not go quite well. They did not accept it. They did not receive it quite as well as I would have expected. Not them, but. And I said, well, okay, this is what I'm feeling, and this is what I have to give you, and I'm sorry you don't receive it. Let me pray for you, because I'm going to continue praying about it. And I did. I just kept going about it. And it was a few weeks back, later, here's what happens. They go to see another pastor. Did not tell them that they saw me. And when they saw this other pastor, they were amazed that he said almost verbatim what I said. So sometimes, when you're giving good counsel or godly counsel, it's confirmed. It's confirmed, and that's such an awesome feeling because you want God to use you, and you want to know God use you. Because I want to be blessed by God, to be used by God. That's a blessing. And I read it somewhere too that if God can speak to a donkey, He can speak through us. And I believe I'm not going to put myself or catapult myself up to some level. Listen, we all want to hear good counsel. We all want to know who we're talking to. To go back what Moses and Jethro did, you always want to know. You always want to know. You're thinking it through. Listen, godly counsel is an easy thing. You just need to know how to do it. Don't forget, you always want to be praying. You want to pray about it, how you do it. Listen to that person with such a zeal that you know that they are in your heart and you're speaking to them. Help them as best you can, and offer to stay in touch with them, to just love them and give them what you have in your heart. And this is what the Lord has given you. Make sure you know there's God laced with Him all in the middle, because you got to get them to trust you and trust what's said. Always take them back to the Word. Use some scripture to let scripture kind of help build you up and take you through that. You haven't gone through everything, neither have I. And I tell you what, I thank God that I've had some that really didn't want me to say anything else, and I get that. But I'm so thankful that God confirms it by what we do. That's my word for you today. Just a little something to let you know. Everybody can be an advice giver, like I said. You can give advice. You can give godly counsel. You can do these things. Like Jethro, he looked at his son-in-law and he pondered it. And then he said, son, can I talk to you for a second? What you're doing is you're going to kill yourself. And not only going to kill yourself, you're going to kill these people because you're wearing out, they're wearing out. Nobody's going to gain anything, just those few that you get to see. And by doing this all day long, what about your family? By doing this all day long, what about your livelihood? What about your leadership? It's not going to work. So listen, take my advice and just trust God with it. And just have God. If anyone likes counsel, if anyone wants counsel, if anyone wants wisdom, is what he's saying, let him ask of God. He gives it away. He just kind of pours it out on us. God poured out on us today. I thank you so much for this opportunity to share this word. I pray that listeners would share it out and give it to other people so that they can see it, and share with others on Facebook or whatever means they have, YouTube, and I forget the other stuff they have, Instagram. Just let them know that there's somebody speaking to them, and just truth, just my heart. That's all it is. Don't have any kind of agenda. I'm not set up on a set paradigm to where I'm going to talk about this day, that day. I want God to speak into my heart till I can speak to you. So may you be blessed. May you have the favor of the Lord upon you. And here's the wisdom I have for you today. Don't let anything stop you from serving God and being all He wants you to be. God bless you. Till I see you next time.